Now, you might be thinking, Skara Brae, why are you looking at Flaskets' Space King? Also got that. This is just a silly parody series. And yes, it is a silly parody series, but it's a very well-written silly parody series. And I am going to illustrate how it is. Well-written, that is. Okay, yeah, so this is obviously a parody of Warhammer 40k. Though, it also has obviously nothing to do with Warhammer 40k. But anyway, this opening scene. So, Warhammer 40k as a setting is one where there are no real good guys in the traditional sense. There are some guys who, by the standards of the setting, are good, but none of them have problems with things like genocide. The setting is just so grim and dark. But the Space Marines and the Imperium of Man that they work for are some guys that you could argue are at least a necessary evil for the survival of humanity, even if they aren't quite the good guys. This opening sequence is here to demonstrate that, well, aside from how the Psycho Warriors are created, that unlike the Imperium of Man, there aren't really any arguments that they're doing what is necessary. Regardless of whether you believe the arguments or not are irrelevant, the fact that they can be made from a modern perspective is important. So yeah, we also very dark humor with this one. Anyway, we see them through, and yeah, this is the part that should absolutely demonstrate that the Psycho Warriors are not the good guys or even a necessary evil. Here they're basically reducing humanity's population for no reason other than movie spite. And yes, the globules are, well, should be fairly obvious. So this is how Psycho Warriors are created, or rather, brought back to life, though this won't be 100, this is basically something that's more heavily implied in this part and is only confirmed in the next episode 100%, though you can figure it out from the events here. Yeah, God, even these are phallic. Yeah, they're getting sent down there. Here we see the enemies of the Psycho Warriors. Or at least in this episode, some of them. Okay, so once again we've established with that dialogue that the captain is there. Sorry, that they're going to guide hold the captain to deliver a message. The Star Defenders, the Legion with this sort of insignia. And right away we can tell who the captain is by the thing on his head, which marks him out as more important than the rest, as well as the fact that he's dual-wielding a sword and a gun, whereas the rest just are using guns. We can also tell that these three are from different groups of Psycho Warriors, Space Marines. How's the interrogation go? Already establishing Captain as the leader of the group. Yeah, that part is meant to demonstrate that the Psycho Warriors aren't exactly the smartest, for the most part. Like, they're interrogating a guy who doesn't speak their language by punching him and expecting it to work. Yeah, and just demonstrating the power of the Psycho Warriors with those guys' weapons doing nothing to their armor, and now getting splattered like that. Now, I'd like to note that at first I didn't like this guy's design. I thought that making it just a giant Psycho Warrior was a bit uncreative, even if they do have those guns there. But then I saw a preview for the next episode, and I realized that this guy might just be a giant Psycho Warrior, in which case, yeah, that design works perfectly.
Doctor, Space Gauge Balls! Captain, I don't have long. I can't bear an important message. Turn back on your radio.
Yep, this guy sacrificed his life to deliver the message to turn on his radio.
You turned our radios off?
Listen, Bryce.
Introduction of Bryce got, well, in this case, complaining.
I don't need high command yammering in my ear while I'm trying to find a goddamn artifact.
It's okay, Captain.
Yeah, establishing a captain doesn't exactly get along with high command.
I just made this. It'll let him speak our tongue.
And this establishment is of Bryce as the group's inventor. And also that Bryce is a bit of an idiot like the rest of them. Well, for the most part. So, the captain gets angry and decides to just straight up genocide the entire planet over getting hit, a shot in his armor, which causes a mild chip. But I would like to note that there actually is a degree of depth to this moment, as much as you can from someone like Captain, and all the Psycho Warriors are basically children in power armor. Like you saw at the start, a child was turned into one of them, and they retain childish attitudes. Essentially a parody of how the Space Marines are child soldiers, except, well, a lot of Space Marines mature really fast throughout their training and after it, and a lot of them live hundreds of years, though that, well, I say a lot, but that's pretty rare because of their violent lives. But anyway, get onto it. Space Marines are more mature than Psycho Warriors are. But note the part of his armor that got hit and chipped. His codpiece. The part of his armor that protects his holy globules, the thing he needs to get it to, become back to life after he dies.
Captain, no!
No! I've had enough! I'm gonna genocide bomb the whole planet!
There are 20 billion souls on this planet. While I know it would be kinda sweet to wipe them all out with one bomb, we could use my translator device to interrogate them all first.
Notice how Bryce is not against genociding the whole planet, and they probably do it anyway. He's objecting to it for practical reasons rather than moral ones, which, and none of the other Psycho Warriors object for moral reasons, so that should tell you that they all are basically agreement regarding genociding of aliens.
And find the artifact! Let's ask High Command.
You're right.
Now, the High Command, Bryce's issues with it was a setup.
Thanks, Bryce. Well, I guess I'll turn the radios back on.
And here comes the payoff.
Genobomb online.
Yep, decides to not contact them. But
Genobomb started. Genobomb incoming. Oh good, you turned your radio back on.
yeah, but turned it on by
You're on
accident.
the wrong planet. Yeah, actually, technically you're supposed to be on a moon.
So yeah, they were basically killing all those guys for nothing. Well, aside from the getting rid of aliens, but they basically just wasted everyone's time. And there's the genocide bomb, which, oh, it has a Psycho Warrior face on it. Now, I presume that the genocide bomb won't kill the Psycho Warriors, probably set to just kill the aliens. Otherwise, you'd think he'd have at least, the captain would have at least left the planet himself before turning it on, well, shutting it down.
You're in so much trouble! Not only do you have one of the worst artifacts
And there's High Command acting like a very disappointed mother.
recovery rates of any reclaimer squad in the galaxy, now you're wasting precious genobombs too!
I would.
Yeah, basically implying that the genobombs have some limited supply or are hard to make or something.
Say it was a waste.
Quiet, hate monger, or I'll send you back to your own legion!
It's not my fault Bryce didn't read the brief like I ordered. Plus, who cares about
Yeah, Captain deflecting blame, and yeah, Bryce might have not read the brief, which says a bit about his character, but it isn't like Captain is guiltless here.
Stupid artifacts! We should be out there, cracking heads, finding Space King.
Space King will return to us when we've proven
Establishing that Space King is gone and that there are some conditions for him to return, which might be why they're looking for artifacts.
our worth. It's no wonder Space King left. Hell, I would have left too if I had you as my sons, going around the galaxy doing nothing important.
What ails you, my son? Is that all you want from me, Space King? To retrieve artifacts? No, that's retarded.
Yeah, and now we can see, well, obviously this is their imagination. Space King isn't actually talking to them, even if they think he is. So this will tell us about each of their characters. Bryce wants to go out fighting rather than looking for various artifacts, so even that involves a bit of fighting, but still.
You should be out there, cracking heads, finding Space King.
Yeah, the same thing he said.
For you, my son.
Yeah, and obviously this is Bryce's imagination, because Space King says you should be out there finding Space King. Why wouldn't he say finding me?
Otherwise, why would I speak to you and only you? You're a good boy, and the translator device was a really great idea.
Bryce wants his inventions done, his inventions praised.
And I'll get you a castle made of hate, where no one can question your statistics.
Hatemonger doesn't want his racism questioned, and he likes
You
hatred.
worthless piece of shit.
Are you listening? I said you're banned from genocide.
What? That's so unfair!
You can't throw Geno bombs at all your problems.
He acting as if he's a kid who had his video game console taken away.
And seeing as the entire Star Defender Legion is deployed to the wrong planet, guess who's gonna be scouring the moon for the artifact solo?
How am I supposed to search a whole moon with just my retard squad?
I don't know. Use your brain.
A horrendous dilemma for most Psycho Warriors. The brain.
God, this sucks. Oh, there it is.
Found it right away.
Ow! Why is the artifact glowing like that?
Brother, that's no mere artifact. That idol is the divinity of Space King.
Yeah, establishing, well, both Hatemonger's love for Space King and also just how important this artifact is, which is establishing the stakes for the rest of the video.
It's said to contain a piece of his soul.
Maybe that could lead us to it.
It could lead us to Space King? What are we waiting for?
Raising the stakes further.
It reeks of an alien in here.
It's okay. We'll just kill him.
And now the
I have waited millennia.
stakes are raised further as a massive alien shows up and drains Space King's soul.
Space King's soul energy is mine. Lest you meet my demands.
God damn.
Death to the alien!
Yeah, and Bryce, the main one looking at her breast there, even at the start.
So fast. Witness my power.
Eh. Now they're all distracted except Hatemonger because he's gay.
Down, you fools!
I do like the look of disappointment at Hatemonger right before then.
How come you didn't get transfixed by her boobs, Hatemonger?
She's an alien.
Okay, so Hatemonger's gay, which means he'll be able to avoid her.
Not gay. I just hate aliens.
I mean, me too, but, come on.
Yeah.
You know, she's still gonna die.
Yeah.
So
Fully establishing that, well, they don't particularly, like, an alien has to die as far as they're concerned. Even if it's one that they find attractive, except Hatemonger because he's gay.
calm down, Hatemonger.
No, brother! She's drawing Space King's soul energy into her body. If we kill her while his soul is in her body, wouldn't that also be like killing him ourselves?
Further raising the stakes.
Hey, Mugger, are you suggesting we can't kill the alien?
Another horrible dilemma for them.
I didn't want to have to blast you, little Star Defender. I just want to talk.
Look, we all saw the raw power of her cannons. I think we're just gonna have to negotiate, guys. Plus, she does seem pretty cool and intelligent for an alien.
Ta-da!
And yeah,
Please.
Bryce is trying to find an excuse to, not kill her because of her, cannons.
No bothering with aliens! No, here's the plan. We sever her arms. Surely Space King won't mind if we kill just a couple arms worth of him. Hey, Mugger, you go with it. Get her back turned so Bryce and I aren't tricked by her back tips and can go to work. Chestnut, stay here.
I wanna go too.
Let's go! Space King!
Yeah, and notice how Chestnut was ordered to stay back. Presumably because he's medical staff, which could probably be figured out, but he still wants to go forward. And they charge out and then... upper body.
Go back! Go back!
Bryce right through the torso.
Maybe.
And this should establish as well how strong the enemy is, because, well, I mean, look at it. We saw before how tough the armor was of the Psycho Warriors.
We do need to negotiate.
Genobomb denied. Genobomb denied. Genobomb denied. Genobomb denied.
Captain! I know you hate me and my innovative ideas, but I was totally right. We can't blast our way out of this one.
Yeah,
You gotta at least see what she wants.
Tick-tock, Star Defender!
Genobomb denied.
try it again.
I don't hate you, Bryce. I just think you're stupid.
Oh,
But maybe not this time. And maybe if I'd stop to listen and nurture that occasionally, you would be less stupider. Eventually.
thanks, Captain. Wait,
Yeah, and
you'll need this.
Bryce still wanting to give his translator because he really wants to be praised for his inventions
Probably the only
established
way you'll
earlier. Even though, of course, they can
Be
talk
able
to the
untangle
alien.
her complicated emotions.
Thanks, Bryce.
I'll see you again. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yeah, foreshadow. So basically, this is foreshadowing of how they can come back, though it could be potentially seen as him saying you're gonna die eventually and show up in the afterlife too, but no, he means it literally, they're going to come back. Drops his weapons to negotiate.
I've come to negotiate.
Your Space King drove my race to near extinction once.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, he has that expression that says, "Why should I care?"
I understand. Your kind has always been the primary food source for mine. Conflict was inevitable,
Putting it mildly.
but Space King
Just look at what happened to every other main predator of humans except tigers.
pushed us back. And so, we had to switch to a nutritious diet of fruits and berries
Establishing that they aren't really a threat anymore.
and find another dimension to live in
Further establishing that these aliens aren't really a threat anymore.
peace. Unfortunately, I could not join my kin and have been trapped here for 3,000 years. Wait,
Oh my god, please get to the point!
Reminds me of a joke in One Punch
I wish
Man.
to be with my kin. I cannot open the portal to their dimension. My puppets are too weak to make the journey.
They need my precious milk. And as you can see from my severely depleted breasts, nuts and berries are not enough to fill them. All I ask, Star Defender, is you give me a snack from your globulus, so I may replenish my milk and take my babies to be with my kin. They're the only things nutritious enough. You said you've come to negotiate. Please, it's for my children.
And now, yeah, wondering, the audience is probably wondering, would this potentially move him, or would it not? He makes the decision,
If
but
I do
yeah, as we'll see,
this, you'll return
it's for Space King. He doesn't care about the alien
Space
children.
King's soul energy.
Yes.
Chestnut, give me the globulus.
But I'm supposed to protect them.
It's for Space King, Chestnut.
Sure is.
But I guess it's your call.
Bryce showing a bit of a, he doesn't necessarily see Chestnut as a fighter, but he still acknowledges that this manor is Chestnut's authority, even if he outranks him. Which, just that Bryce isn't necessarily, he is unreasonable, he's a psycho warrior, but he isn't necessarily a complete dick to his squad. Just like the thing earlier demonstrated that, too.
Oh, thank you, Star Defender. I'm going to quickly feed the kids, and I'll be out of your hair.
He goes down, and he throws the bomb down in silence, at the very least killing all the children. As far as the audience can tell, possibly the mother, too.
I'm sure Space King is proud of us. There was no other way. Maybe he'll send us a sign. Oh my god! Look out!
Wonder if that's a sign. Manages to kill her, but then... Dead.
God damn it.
Space King's soul energy is gone, and the leader has been, killed. This mission was basically an almost complete failure. They killed the statue, but it lacks the soul energy, so, yeah.
Polyglobule extraction initiated. Extraction complete. Polyglobule extraction initiated. Extraction complete.
Ugh.
Polyglobule extraction in Sacred Membrane obstruction detected. Congratulations.
He really needed it. Also, yeah, in case it wasn't clear that holy globules are balls,
Boy, I
should
sure
be
hope
now.
me and the boys here could find you someday, Space King.
Hope so too. That would probably be pretty interesting to see. Definitely not the
Tired of all your
reaction
media
at the start.
Being filled with the lamest shit possible?
Yes.
Want a show that doesn't hate your male power fantasies but embraces them?
There's plenty of independent animation targeted at mentally ill teenage girls
But what about mentally ill teenage boys?
and 30-year-old men. Don't we matter too?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell them about the boobies.
Praise be to Space King.
That's right.
What you just saw was the clean version of the video.
Yes, it was.
Another version. A better, uncensored version. The true version.
Nice.
And maybe the last episode of Space King we ever make.
No, my boobies.
Because we're not willing to sell this show to Hollywood for them to turn into
Good on
dog
you.
shit like everything else. So support
point.
us on Patreon.
And we'll turn every dollar to
On
make you
your
more
head.
episodes of Space King, untouched and uncensored. And in return, we'll give you goodies, gifts, rewards, trinkets, production updates, and most importantly, more Space King. We cannot fund more episodes without you. Link in the description.
and that was Space King Episode 1. Another great pilot, like Amazing Digital Circus 1. I seriously hope this gets more views than that video, though. Thank you for watching, everyone, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe.